Here we are, the morning of the final day of this year's Hard Ready. It's always a little bittersweet on the final morning. I'm certainly looking forward to more great training, and then, of course, the realization that it'll be all done. And this year, it'll be time for me to pretty quickly switch from training mode to travel mode and start the drive back home, since I decided to drive this year instead of flying, and definitely looking forward to it. Ryan will start off the day, and then the second and final session of the today and the final session of the weekend will be Daniel Chacon's Muay Thai session. This particular session focusing on Muay Khao, which is a style within the umbrella of Muay Thai. I was wide awake a little before, I think it was 5 a.m. this morning. Probably has something to do with the fact that my head hit the pillow at about 8 o'clock last night because I was exhausted, and got up nice and early, got all cleaned up, packed up, checked out of the hotel, and got some time, probably honestly just relax and do some reading before it's time to head to the training center. Don't want to be the guy that's there waiting at the door an hour plus early when someone comes to open up the door. So yeah, looking forward to another day of some more great training, and then it's back on the road, see how far I can get today, and whatever's left over has to be tomorrow to catch the boat back home to Nantucket. We'll see how it goes. All right, Hard Ready 9 has finished. The final day of training was awesome. Ryan started things off with his grounded session. He was trying to get those of us who regularly train jiu-jitsu to look at it in maybe a little different light and try and expand, thinking of it in a little more self-defense context. And for those folks who haven't trained jiu-jitsu or don't train it regularly, have no interest in the sport of jiu-jitsu or the competitive side of it, letting them know that yes, there are elements of jiu-jitsu that are worthwhile into adding into your training regimen. It was definitely some cool details, really fun class. And then quick little break, and it was time for Daniel's Muay Khao course focused on knee strikes. I had trained with Daniel just once before, so it was great to get to train with him again and kind of build on that previous session. Training was great, a bit bittersweet with it being, the end of such a great weekend. Then pretty quick hustle to get on the road, and things started well, and then there was a really bad traffic snarl that threw a definite wrench into things, and I had hoped to get a lot further than I did tonight. That's out of my control. Sometimes that's just how it goes. That's the risk I took with driving instead of flying. On the way to Hard Ready, the drive was awesome and smooth, barely any traffic difficulties at all. And on the way back, it just kind of bit me a little bit. Sometimes that's just how it goes. So I'll have to get up a bit earlier than I had hoped tomorrow and drive a good bit further than I had hoped to have left to drive to get back to Hyannis and catch the boat home. But again, that's just how it goes sometimes. Right now it is time to chill for a bit at the hotel, have a little dinner, and get to bed nice and early to get up early and get back on the road. All right, it was a close one, but made it to Hyannis. I was on the road this morning about 5 and pulled in at the Steamship Authority right about 4:40. So cutting it a bit close for comfort, but I did make it in time for the boat that'll get me home somewhat reasonable hour. So in a few minutes they'll start boarding us, and then it is time to honestly probably lie down and take a bit of a nap so that I'm not all grumpy when I get home and see my wife. So yeah, mostly good. A little bit of traffic around Providence. There was a little rain as we got close to Cape Cod, but nothing major. And just really glad that I'll be getting home at a nice hour and be able to get to bed early and rest in my own bed tonight. That'll be awesome.